Good morning. It's Saturday. Let's get back into it. Yeah. All right. Last time on Satisfactory. Wow. Game seems kind of loud. Well, maybe it's just because I'm standing next to the miners to get a little bit away from things. No, it still seems kind of loud. Let's hold on. Actually, one thing I haven't done is turn the audio set music back on. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna turn the game down on my headphones. Yeah. Okay. Last time we built a new factory that is producing rotors and reinforced iron plates that are now being stored here. That's good. Also, we went out and revisited the coal deposit that I intend to mine from. Good morning, Masters. So now we have some coal sitting around. Let's look at our available tech tree. Masters, also, last time you were commenting on how you didn't really like the model for the berry that I'm currently carrying. I kind of agree, and I was thinking about it and realized that it looks less like a plant product and more like some kind of animal organ that's been extracted. In particular, to me, it looks kind of like a salivary gland. So the prospect that you're like carrying around a salivary gland is kind of gross. We appear to be researching sulfur, is that correct? Yes, sulfur. Well, that can continue. So, one of my plans for today is to head back over to the coal deposit and start mining coal, but there are some things that we want. Oh, steel production. Is this what I want? Or should I do walkways first? This doesn't matter. It's just, I think walkways will be faster. What's over here? Oh, fabric. I also want fabric too. Yeah, let's do this first, because this will be pretty simple. Yeah, we just have the stuff on hand right now, so. Alright, so now I have fabric. I still have Mark 1 miner sitting in my build queue. I don't know why. Let's take that out. In fact, oh, I don't have Mark 2 miners. Oh. Probably the reason why I wanted to do steel production is because I wanted Mark 2 miners. Okay. Well, let's do that then. Although I do also want... well, there's a lot of stuff to research. Okay, let's do walkways first. grab this stuff. I'm also, I guess I didn't fully unload all of my stuff after getting back from being out in the field. So let's put away this slug and this other slug. I'm also like carrying limestone. Let's pull out this limestone and find a place to store it. This is, yeah, okay, this is a good place to put limestone. Anyway, alright, so I'm doing walkways first just because I think that probably the pod will get back sooner. It seems like the time the pod is away is dependent on like how advanced the technology is. So I want walkways and I also want steel production.
Milestone reached. After medical consultation, additional buildings aimed at factory traversal have been added. Walkways can now be accessed in the build menu.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Yeah, pod will return in 3.5 minutes. Okay. I know that I'm going to need modular frames for the next thing, so let's just go ahead and start crafting that stuff now. Eventually I'll automate the production of modular frames, but in the meantime... also, I'm carrying like 3 different types of healing items, which is not really necessary. Alright. While we're waiting for the pod to get back, let's make some fabric. Because I think I can do that now. Oh. I need some biomass, though. Okay. Which means I need to go obtain a small amount of biomass by chopping down a tree or something. Alright, that's probably enough for basic purposes. Alright. So, we convert our leaves and wood into biomass. And then we convert our biomass and mycelia into fabric here. Which takes some time. Okay. And then over here at the equipment workshop we convert... Oh. Do I have to research parachute? What's... I'm a little confused. Hold on. Maybe I have to research fabric. That's, unusual, but... Oh well. Well, anyway, now I have some fabric for whenever that becomes relevant. Pod's coming back. Here it comes. You can see a little dot. Alright, now I'm going to research steel production. Just start by throwing in the rotors and the frames. Now we just need to go get some cables and wires. All right.
Milestone reached. Steel production unlocked. Foundry and improved miner included to ensure efficiency of new pipelines. A collection of new, more complex parts is now available for crafting.
Okay. So now I can build Mark II miners and foundries, which foundry is like a smelter except it takes 2 inputs. So you make steel by smelting iron ore and coal in the foundry. But more importantly, I can now build Mark II miners, which are basically twice as efficient as Mark I miners. It requires steel, which right now I don't have automated coal extraction, but I'm going to use the Mark I miner to get there. So that's why I brought a small amount of coal back from the coal node. So in order to do this, I'm going to need some coal ore. This one is just let's assume I might need like 150. This is actually very poor. Okay. So let's start by converting all of our iron ore and coal into steel ingots. Because as you can see here, we need steel pipe and encased industrial beam. Encased industrial beam is here, or that's steel pipe. Encased industrial beam requires steel beam and concrete. Concrete is very plentiful. Steel, for the time being, is not plentiful. So anyway, coal and iron ore into steel ingots into steel pipes and steel beams and concrete into encased industrial beams. Alright, let's go with that for now. So 10 steel pipes. One encased industrial beam requires 4 steel beams. We need a total of 20 steel beams. Okay, I apparently picked up exactly the right amount of iron ore. That's sheer luck, but I'll take it. Okay, now we have all the steel products necessary to make a Mark II miner. We also need 2 portable miners, but the components for that are much more mundane. Okay, let's look at research. Sulfur is still going. Oh, we're almost done. Okay. So eventually what we're going to be doing is heading back out to the coal node, which means we kind of want to get stuff out of our inventory if it's not important for that objective. So I'm actually going to make another storage box. This storage box is getting full of flower petals, which I don't anticipate using that many flower petals anytime soon, so. Actually, I'm gonna make a different place for storage, because having to jump over these belts every time is a little obnoxious. Okay, this will be a good place for storage boxes. Okay. Let's put, like, biomass and silica. And then... Wow, my inventory is already very cramped. That's why we're doing this, is so we can make places where I can put stuff. Let's put the sulfur in my... not the reinforced iron plates, my cilia in there. Let's put the modular frame in there. Sulfur and hard drive, yeah. And let's see what else. So we have silica, we have quartz, iron ore, leaves, wood, man, copper, all this, okay. Let's see here, so flower petals can go here. Let's make some more storage boxes. I have a fairly arbitrarily defined schema for what I'm putting in each box. I'm putting like biological materials and other stuff in this one, like research related stuff here, manufactured parts that I don't need anytime soon in here. Let's have this box be for like raw materials that I don't anticipate to ever need. I'm gonna put quartz in here because it's kind of an in-between material. I'll need quartz eventually, but not soon. Actually, I think silica should go with quartz. Okay. Like here, I'm gonna put the leftover steel parts because it's going to be a long time before I actually need them again. And I think I'll also... Oops, I need those pipes. It's... Okay, there we go. And I think I'll put the coal there too, because I might need coal in the short term, but eventually I won't need to, like, carry it around. Okay. Anything else I can... Yeah, all these copper ingots, that's pretty pointless. Alright. I think the sulfur research is probably finished now. Yep.
Percentage of sulfur in compounds is acceptable and can be extracted safely to create gunpowder-based explosives. The derived milestone can be found in Tier 4. Further research required for more precise use.
Okay. So now I can make, like, explosives, I guess. Let's research fabric. Actually, is there anything I want for that? No, I don't think so. Oh, right, the pod's launched. Okay, so... Let's see, in addition to the Mark II miner, I think I also want to be building some power plants. Oh, right, I have walkways now. Hooray. So let's say I'm going to build like 3 or let's say 4 coal generators. Okay. Which I actually have most of the stuff for, I just need 12 more modular frames, so... I know I left one over here. No, which is to say over here. There. So now I just need to make 11 more modular frames, and then I'll be pretty close to being ready to head out. Hey, I actually have the material here. Alright. Here comes the pod. I guess that bang noise is probably supposed to be the pod, the sonic boom of the pod returning from space. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, okay, so while we're here, oh, this requires engines. I don't want to do that. This also requires engines. I don't think I'm quite ready for that. However, explosives allows us to scan for sulfur, so even if I don't intend to do anything with the explosives right now, let's go ahead and do this. So there's just need more wiring cables. I'm also going to start picking up concrete, because I'm going to need a lot of concrete for what I'm about to do. Alright. Oh, 2,000 wires needed. Okay.
Sulfur can now be used to craft nobelisks. A remote detonator can be made in the equipment workshop. In anticipation for carrying explosives, R&D has inflated your pocket dimension and added an additional equipment slot. Note: close proximity of detonation is likely to result in suboptimal performance.
Uh-huh. Thank you for telling me not to blow myself up. So I have 5 slots. That's exciting. But I need to do some more crafting. Also need to pick up more rotors. That's not a problem. There. But this probably is going to require... Oh. I'm out of everything. I need to make this stuff, so let's go pick up more iron rods. Oop, cats are getting rambunctious. That's okay. Okay. It would be kind of nice if I could get parachutes before... Why does it say it? This looks like I'm researching sulfur, but I'm clearly not. I'm researching fabric. Okay. Let's see. Can I kill time for 3 minutes while that research goes? Oh, I guess one thing I could do is go refuel the power plants. Let's go see what their condition is. So they're still about half fueled, which basically would be plenty. But if I'm just killing time, let's see what the current state is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I could get another pile of let's see here. Yep, okay. Of material to turn into biofuel, that would be good. Also avoid the toxic gas. Okay. Can I go up here and just take this slug? Anything stopping me? Doesn't look like it. Well, my poor jumping ability might stop me. There we go. Well, there's a lot of slugs here, because there's a slug over there, there's a slug over there, and this is a very dense slug area. Oh, there are some animals. Yeah, come get it. Okay. There's also a copper deposit over there, but that's fine. I'm not short on copper, so... copper deposits are not exciting to me. How much do I care about getting in a fight? I think probably I've ranged far enough afield that I can get back to the matter at hand and also eat some berries. It is a little weird that that slug there is surrounded by toxic gas, but like there are lots of other slugs that just aren't. So, oh well. I don't need to worry about that too much. Okay, this constructor is converting wood to biomass, so wood goes in here. Actually, I'm going to pull out some of that wood and keep it for making cloth from, and then leaves go in here. Alright, so fabric research should be finished. Yes. You gonna tell me about
This
parachutes?
fabric is suitable for the creation of parachutes. The derived blueprint is now accessible in Hub Tier 2.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Oh. Pod back in 3.5 minutes. Jeez. Okay. I have a lot of things to research. Let's go grab a yellow power slug and research it. Okay, put away our various things. I'm carrying screws for some reason, so let's put those away. Okay, so if we want to research parachutes, and we do, we're going to need more rods, and we would like to have more copper wire. I technically don't need it, but I'm going to want it eventually. And now let's... is this the one? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna actually put away some of my concrete temporarily, so that I can carry biofuel instead. Because now I'm gonna go refuel power plants. How's the power grid doing? Oh, running at around 50% capacity. One of my objectives with mining coal is to build some coal power plants, which will greatly expand our ability to generate power. Let's just take all of this for now, and then put 100 biofuel into each of these power plants. Oh, this one's actually out. Let's do that. There. And now I'm only carrying 89 biofuel, but I think that's fine. Okay. So... the pod's almost back, and then we can research parachutes, and then build some parachutes, and then I think we can finally head out to, the coal deposit. That was weird. Why did it play that animation that time? Oh well. Now if I go over here, I can build parachutes. For the time being, parachutes are really the only use I have for fabric, so I can go ahead and convert all of my fabric into parachutes. And now I have some parachutes that I can equip to my body, and now it displays it down here in the bottom left. And so now anytime I'm falling, I can deploy a parachute and eliminate fall damage. Okay. So now let's get ready to travel. I think I want more iron rods in particular. Let's say 300 piles of iron rods, or 300 iron rods and like 200 iron plates. And then the rest will probably want to be concrete, which I left in a pile over here, which means I can carry even more concrete. Oh. Concrete is apparently being stored over here now. That's kind of a side grade to what I want, but okay. That's a good start. Okay. Let's get going. So where we want to go is roughly where that uranium deposit is. So I guess I actually want to go this way. Offline, I also made a small control change where now instead of holding shift sprint, I changed that to use shift to toggle sprint, so I'm now sprinting most places. Hopefully that doesn't make gameplay or make the stream harder to watch, but this is just copper, right? Yeah, these are just like random copper nodules. Saw something shiny and yellow, but I think it was just the sun reflecting off of these leaves. It's just limestone. Okay. Enough horsing around. Alright, I can actually see that little pointy bit sticking off of that rock is, I believe, a craft or an equipment bench that I made. Yeah, I can demonstrate parachutes now. So ordinarily, if I fell this far, I think I would take some fall damage. But now I can just deploy a parachute, which consumes one, which is why I'm carrying 29. Try not to think about how you are able to hold 29 parachutes on your body. And I think I have to, yeah, walk around here. Alright, so take our foundation-based staircase here. I'm probably going to replace this with a less silly staircase, but in the meantime, here we are. So we're going to replace these portable miners with actual miners. Oh, I guess I could have... If I had remembered that I had left these portable miners here, I wouldn't have to manually craft more than... Oh. Mastazal was gone for a while, but now is back. Okay. Let's make a box, because right now our inventory is full of concrete, which we will use shortly, but for in the time being we need the inventory space. Okay. Well, Mastazal, you made it back in time for me to get over to the coal node. Let's pick up all this stuff, which will also dump a bunch of coal into our inventory, but that's fine. Oop. Okay. So let's throw down a Mark II miner. I'm not sure exactly which direction I want this thing to go, but let's just say, like... Okay, so let's actually think about this a little bit. So what we're going to do with this Mark II miner is we're going to split the output and have some of it go into power generation, which will be done on site, and then also have coal go back to the main factory area for making steel with. Because I'm guessing there's no iron deposits near here. But let's find out. No, there actually is some. Not that far away. Let's go find that iron that's 200 meters away. Because 200 meters is not that far. Oops. I have parachutes, but I wasn't sure if that would actually cause fall damage, but whoop, come on. Because if there's iron nearby, I might do the steel production on site. Is the iron up there? What the? Use this natural root ladder. 35 meters in that direction. Oh, it's over here. That's weird. Why does it say it's that way when it's clearly right there? Oh well. I won't worry about that too much. Oh hey, this is normal purity iron ore. Wow. Okay. Let's... Just for my own convenience, do I have a beacon? I do have a beacon, okay. Let's throw down a beacon. This won't need to be here for very long, but... And ultimately, I'll probably be able to craft iron from... or craft steel from this... these iron patches. So that's good. That'll make life a little bit simpler. But first priority is to get coal power plants going. Alright, so the main question at the moment is where to put the coal power plants. I think what I'm going to do is over here make a lookout tower. This will give us a good vantage point to decide where to site our coal power plants. So we want the coal power plants to be nearby but more or less out of the way. Down there you can see the uranium deposit. So I think probably if I build the coal power plants out this way, that will work. Because, okay. Let's do that. In fact, can we just do it from up here? This is why I was carrying around so much concrete. Oops, that wasn't what I meant to do. So I'm going to have the foundation sticking out a ways, and then once it's out far enough, I'll actually start making an area for the power plants. Because coal power plants are pretty big. Yeah, and I want space for an arbitrary number of these. And so I think I'll build it out to like there and then just go in that direction. So please enjoy concrete flying through the air and building foundations. Okay, I think this is probably good. Which is to say, I've gone out in this direction far enough so I can... Alright, now that I know roughly what I'm doing, I'm going to dismount here. I'm actually just going to move this lookout tower to about here. Okay, because again, yeah, so a coal generator could be as close as there, but let's actually build this out a little bit more. Okay, and then this will just go out in that direction, and that will be our foundation for building our coal power generation facility on. Now if I go over here, I'll have a better line of sight. I kind of wonder if there are people who play games like this that insist on slightly more realistic foundation placement. Like, obviously in real life you can't have this much concrete just kind of hovering. So I wonder if there are people that like build walls and other supports to make it slightly more plausible. But I do not insist on that. Okay. So let's start placing coal plants. Okay. That's pretty good. This lookout tower will just get in the way, so. Alright, so coal plants, actually I'm not even sure where I was going to go with that statement. Okay, we can place our Mark II miner now. We definitely want it pointed approximately towards the coal plants. Okay, so to feed all these coal plants, we're going to need some splitters and stuff. But we're also going to have a splitter directing some of the coal out off to make steel from. Let's see, I think that's conveyor merger. Okay, conveyor splitters. So if we put this like here. The other thing is that the Mark II miner is going to be producing a lot. You can produce 240 coal per minute. Did I bring a meaningful amount of... Okay, reinforced arc plates. Good. Let's reconfigure our hotkeys a little bit. By which I mean I'm going to put Mark II conveyor belts on there. Okay. Okay, let's have a splitter. Actually, I'm going to do this in kind of a simplistic way. I'm going to have a splitter go here. Come on, where's the... There we go. Is that really the line? Well, whatever. And then this splitter can just feed into... Yeah, I guess those are in line. Doesn't look like it, but... Whatever. Wait. No, okay. Anyway, so these will just feed like this. And then we can use Mark II belts to connect the splitters up. And, let's see. Does this need to be any fancy at all? I don't think so. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit silly at first because, oh no, those aren't in line. That's a little gross. Oh well. It's not a big problem. Okay. Okay, so right now these coal plants are on a power network, but they're not actually connected to anything yet. And what I'm going to connect them to is the miners. So let's keep this from getting in anybody's way, and then this can go over here, and this will supply power to the miner. So, and then we can make a conveyor belt like that. So now we have a bit of a situation, because if these coal power plants had power, they could supply power to the miner, and if the miner had power, it could supply coal to the power plants. So we have a bit of a chicken and egg problem, but we can resolve this pretty easily just by manually feeding coal into a power plant. And we can watch the big old turbines start spinning, and then it starts spitting out a frankly tiny amount of smoke. And that should supply power to the coal miner, and it is now making coal, and then the coal should be fed over to all 4 power plants. I'm just going to watch this enough to make sure that coal is in fact being fed all the power plants. Yep, there it goes. Okay. So coal power plants use 4.4, takes 4.4 seconds to burn 1 coal unit when it at full capacity. Which means that going all out, a coal power plant burns not quite, or a little more than 10 coal per minute. It's more like 11 or 12. A Mark II belt can supply, we can actually read, 120 resources per minute. So a Mark II belt carrying coal can supply not quite 10 power plants. It's more like 8 or 9. If we had Mark III conveyor belts, then we can definitely power 10 power plants. Like, in theory, a Mark II miner sitting on a pure coal source could make 240 per minute, which could power like 15-ish, or probably more like 18 power plants. Since I don't have Mark III conveyor belts, I can't actually get the coal out fast enough, so you can see like there's this excess of coal building up, even though coal is coming out of here as fast as it can. Anyway. So, let's think about steel production. I'll also note that once you have a lot of verticality going on, you might have some vertigo issues, like, which is why I was so interested in getting parachutes, because I can do stuff like this. So if you have problems with heights or vertigo, then I apologize. This stream might get a little bit challenging for you. Somewhere out there is the Shroom Lake. But for example, I could fling myself off, which wouldn't kill me because I have a parachute. So as long as I deployed the parachute, then everything would be fine. And see, now the miner has the blinking yellow indicator, which means that like it has some issue. In which case, the issue that it has is a backup of coal. Okay. So over there is iron. Do I have? I guess I could manually craft more steel to make more Mark II miners. If I wanted to do that, I would probably need some iron ore. I think I can probably do this. It just won't be super efficient. But the alternative is to walk all the way back to the factory and like pick up more iron ore. I'm carrying lots of coal, so that's not a problem. But I have to do a bit of manual iron mining anyway, just to clear the little nodules off of the outcrops. So this part is unavoidable. Okay. So I have some iron ore now, so if I set up a craft bench, I can convert it into steel. Alright, so and we need 20 steel pipes again, or steel beams again, which I might not actually have enough iron ore for, but let's see. No, actually I do. Okay. So maybe I can get some steel production happening today, which I wasn't anticipating, but if I can do it, I won't complain. Oh, actually out of iron ore, that's fine. I'm not that short. I need like 6. Right. Oh, no, it takes 3 ingots to make 1 beam, so I need more like 12 or something. Let's just get 20. Okay. Okay. All right. I guess one small issue here is that even if I make a miner, I will have to make a foundry, which requires... Oh, this... Okay. All right. So now we have to also figure out where we want to site our steel production. Let's go up here and think about space. So there's the iron ore. So even though this looks like a fairly large flat field, steel production is going to eat up a lot of space. So I think this is fine. I think I will just like how much inventory space do I have? I'm going to clear out some of these trees, which is not strictly necessary, but it gives us a better sense of what the ground actually looks like. Okay. Okay, so I think if I spread out a foundation going that direction, that'll be a good foundation for steel production. So let's, which direction do we want to point this? I think this is a good direction. All right. This will also be a good demonstration for walkways. Because, so, this will be the foundation for steel production. It's going to take iron ore from down there and coal from up there, and combine those things in a foundry to make steel. So, alright, from up here we can place our Mark II miner, which I can point like there. And let's just say that we're gonna have a Mark II conveyor lift. I'm gonna run out of reinforced plates pretty soon here, but that's okay. Let's have it point there, and then it can come up here. And that'll be our iron ore source. Hook these up like that. And now what I need is a more convenient way to get up and down, because I don't want to have to like do that goofy like rock climbing operation every time I want to do that. So let's extend this foundation out a little bit further, and I can build some walkways. Let's hotkey this as like 7 and 8. Yeah. Alright. I guess I could also just build a ramp straight down, but I don't want to do that. That's not really in my style. Okay. So walkways have like rails and stuff, and mostly are made from iron rods and plates. Usually it's 2 iron rods and 1 iron plate. And when you build ramps like this, I usually, my mind wants to make something that looks kind of like an apartment fire escape. So I use something that looks like this. Which this is not very symmetrical, but that's okay. It doesn't really need to be. Alright, now that we've done that, we have a decent way of getting up and down over here, and I think I'll probably, well, we'll see how, I'll probably build one over here too once I know how far over I want this to go. Okay. Let's assume that we're going to bring coal down kind of over here. In which case, let's build more foundations. Almost out of concrete, but I left a bunch of concrete up there, so let's go pick up some concrete. Actually, I think we can start by placing our first foundry here. So foundries have 2 inputs and 1 output. Oh, I didn't actually make the relevant steel components. Let's do that. Oh, do I have enough concrete to make the encased industrial beams? Wait a minute. What happened? Didn't I make some steel? I thought I did. Oh wait, I used it all to... Derp. I'm very smart. I used all the steel to make, to build the miner. So, Tell you what. What I'm going to do is carry power from here over to the power generation facility. So, now, I fortunately have a reasonable amount of cable. Let's drop. Can I? Let's see if I can carry these power poles this far. I might not be able to, but if I can't, that's fine. I can resolve this in another way. I also probably want to replace these foundations with a normal walkway ramp. So if I stand over here, I can still see that power pole. Wire is too long. Okay, fine. Now I have no concrete. Okay. That's fine. I can go pick up more concrete. There also is a limestone deposit, like, right next to the iron deposits, so if I really want to, I can set up a limestone quarrying operation. Let's put this, like, where do I want this? I don't want it to interfere with the coal delivery system. Put it there. And then connect it up there. Okay, so now the iron miner will start mining because it should be powered, but I'm going to have a small interlude while I build some ramps. So first we're going to reclaim all this. So I'd better actually do this or else I won't have any way to get back up to the coal mining facility. Actually, if we think about it, yeah, okay, we have plenty of materials for building a ramp. All right. So, walkways just need a foundation to hook onto. In fact, let's just extend our existing foundation a little bit. Ooh, that was a little strange. Yeah, this is good. Oops, there's a lone foundation out there. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now we get to make a much longer apartment fire escape. Let's turn it. Actually, let's go a couple more down, and then we're going to turn a corner. So this is kind of a matter of personal preference, but like you can kind of see that this ramp ends a couple inches above the ground, which doesn't interrupt your ability to use it. It's not very aesthetic though, so I'm going to build a tiny little corner of ramp, and then that'll be that. And now let's stand back and admire our work. Yes, okay. So the objective of the apartment fire escape design is to make it so that the top and bottom of the walkway are in roughly the same place, so you don't get translated really far over going up and down. And we have done that, and now our iron miner will have mined some iron. And we can convert that into steel, which we can then use to build a foundry. Mark II miners are very loud. I think also I can pick up this beacon now that I have a lot of infrastructure sitting around this area now, so. Wow. Yeah, the ambient noise of that Mark II miner is very loud. So again, in case of industrial beams require 4 steel beams, and I need 5 of them total, so I need 20 steel beams. Which I think I have enough steel, or enough material for, but only just. So the sound of the miner, of the Mark II miner, has died down because is now full of. Oh, am I out of coal? Yes, I'm out of coal. That's a little annoying, but I can make a coal run. I was just, let's see. No, this is fine. So, the early part of this operation will be a certain amount of running back and forth, but the whole objective is to automate it, so the fact that I have to run back and forth a little bit does not kill me. Maybe now it's also a good time for me to bring the coal line down. Okay. Because I need to deliver coal over there. I'd like to do it in a way that does not interrupt this walkway. Okay. Alright. So we have this splitter here. We can carry this over here. And then this over here. Oh, I am out of reinforced iron plates. I think this is probably where I actually have to go back and pick up more reinforced iron plates, because I am out of reinforced iron plates, and then like manually setting up reinforced iron plate production over here would be a big pain in the butt. So how much coal or cement do I have? I still have a lot of cement. I think I'm going to spend my cement. So one of my objectives is to have a elevated walkway going back over to Satisfactory. One problem is that this platform is not going to be acceptable for that because so this I want it to be a relatively straight shot, and this platform is like almost 45 degrees, which would make things really obnoxious. Okay, so I will do this. It just means I'm going to need to start another platform somewhere. But I do still want it to be an elevated platform, so let's think about this. This is going to get really silly very quickly. Okay, I have a plan. It's really silly. I'm going to have the elevated platform back to the factory start over here and go over the miner. Which means let's see here. What am I doing? My brain is clearly going in several directions at once. Okay, so I want it to go approximately in the direction of the space elevator. So just stand in a place that points there. Okay. This is going to get really goofy, but that's okay. You know what? Maybe it doesn't need to be here. What if it's over in the steel production area? How do I feel about that? Actually, yeah, let's do that. It'll be, I think this will be a little bit less stupid if I have this not start here. Don't worry about the floating foundations. That's totally normal. Okay. In fact, I might even rebuild some of the platforms over near the steel production area. Anyway, okay. Okay. All right, so here's the situation. Is it possible? Could also, let's see, so there's some toxic gas there. There's also this stone arch here, which I would want to avoid. How much of a pain would it be to reclaim all this business? I think I should probably just bite the bullet and do it. That's the Factorio way. Okay. Alright, so I built a bunch of foundations and I'm going to reclaim them and redo it. But that's fine. In fact, I'm going to make this a little bit easier by walking over here. I'm not going to run out of space in my inventory, no. Okay, not worried about that. It also means I'm going to have to rebuild that walkway, but that's okay. It's always important to not get hung up on short-term inconvenience for better long-term solutions. it's an important balance to maintain. You don't want to, if you do everything planning for the long term, then it can be a little bit frustrating because you're never seeing, or you're working towards progress that you rarely ever actually get to see. But this is only a couple minutes of inconvenience here. Okay. I might also have to rebuild this. Actually, let's just reclaim this conveyor lift now. Okay. So, we're going to do this again, but different. And what will be different is the direction that the foundations are pointing. So we want the foundations pointing towards the space elevator. I think this will be... Actually, let's go this way. Yeah. Okay, now we have the first bits down. We can replace the power pole that I destroyed. There. Okay. So I will have to eventually increase the elevation here to get over that toxic gas area, but that's okay. Okay, let's go ahead and go back over here and build the walkway down again. It's gonna work. Yeah, this will be fine. Okay, so... Okay, no problem. Alright, and recalling that, again, our objective is to head back to the base, pick up more reinforced iron plates, and use that to, be able to build more Mark II, belts. Okay, so the question is, how far over do we want to go before we start building a ramp? This is probably a good spot to start. Because again, I do want to avoid the toxic gas area. Okay, so... So, our ramp will look like this. This probably is not much to look at on stream, because it's going to be a lot of me like rotating the ramp model. Let's see how... I don't know how high we have to be totally clear of the toxic gas. So let's keep going. I kind of wonder if there's a prize at the top of this stone arch. This game likes to put prizes at the top of high inaccessible areas. So let's... Actually, I think what I can do is say that this is high enough for most purposes, but now I'm going to build a foundation out this way, and then how much ramp can we build? We can build probably enough ramp to get up there. This is a bit of unnecessary whimsy. Let's see if we get a little bit closer. Again, none of this would all be much more dangerous without parachutes, because if I didn't have a parachute, then I would pretty much instantly die if I fell down there. Well, there's a slug on the little tiny outcrop there, but okay, if we start here. Let's see if this works. I'm probably gonna need to like turn a corner. Yeah, okay. Oops. Incorrect. Let's turn the corner again. So if there's no prize up here, then that'll be kind of unfortunate. But like I said, their game design model definitely puts prizes on top of high places, so. Nope. Well, there's a pale berry, but that's not very interesting. Okay, now I think I just need a straight walkway. Ooh boy. Now, endeavor not to die. So a lot of pale berries, that's a small prize, but it looks like the major prize is whatever color that power slug is. Purple power slug. Alright, I got a purple power slug. And we also get a nice view of these surrounding environs. So there's our power station. Somewhere out there is Shroom Lake. Good morning, Charles. Yeah, the purple power slug is a decent prize. When we get back to the hub, we can learn about purple power slugs. And let's... Woo. Uh-oh. Yeah. And we get a nice view of the main factory, and there's the space elevator. So this is neat. It does emphasize that this game can draw very, very, very far. Because from the hub to the coal mining facility is like 700 meters. I think that's possibly the edge of the map, but we can see way past the hub, so it's probably like another 800 meters that direction, which means that it's drawing like almost 1.5 kilometers. I'll note that the mountains that surround everything, that is pretty clearly a skybox. When I was playing offline, I noticed that like they seem to copy paste. So this particular mountain here, which I think is pretty much directly modeled on the Matterhorn, like the actual Matterhorn in the Alps. This one is used pretty liberally because, like, here's a Matterhorn, there's a Matterhorn, there's another Matterhorn. They probably like rotate it some, but there's a lot of Matterhorns around here. Anyway. Okay, so we collected our prize for going up very high. I guess the other question is whether we can see whether there are any other high places. There's those cliffs over there have things growing on them, so I suspect they are like part of the map. They're not part of the skybox. Like the Matterhorn here is part of the skybox, but I think the cliffs over here are part of the map. So those are pretty high up. And there's some spires over there that are pretty high up, so we're going to eventually be exploring a lot. Actually, oh, I got the ability to scan for sulfur, but I never did it, and so scanning for things when you're up high is useful because, okay, 600 meters in that direction, and then about a kilometer over there, so... See, I just said that was the edge of the map, but it says there's sulfur 600 meters that way. So, okay. And then, yeah, 2.7 kilometers that way, there's sulfur, jeez. Okay, is there anything else I want to scan for while I'm up here? I don't think so. I mean, I'll do it. I'll scan for coal, but like I know where the coal is. It's right there. And there's some more this way. Yeah, there's 397 meters, 500 meters that way. I think that's the stuff that's over across an abyss, and then 1.5 kilometers that way. Okay, I think that's probably enough scanning. Let's get back on track. And again, our current objective is to build a pathway back to the base, which at some point I have to decide when I want to ramp back down to the ground. I could, well, let's aim for that smaller spire over there. It may also have prizes on it. So enjoy the sound of foundations being built. Oh wait, I think I actually already climbed this spire, and it doesn't actually have anything on it. Okay. Alright, so... So I have to decide which direction I want the down ramp to go. Because if I go straight down, I'll probably just crash into this thing, which is not really what I want. So, and actually, I kind of want this to terminate in a place that has fairly open space. Oops, don't jump off. That would be bad. It wouldn't be the end of the world. I have a parachute, but I would have to, in order to get back up here, I'd have to walk all the way back over there. Alright, so I think I'm going to have a down ramp go that way. And building, so here's the thing about ramps. Ramps have to be connected to a foundation like this. So I can build a down ramp like this, but then building the next one is very difficult. So the way I think I should do it is I can build, whereas, this is a little strange, but like walkways have to start out connected to a foundation, but can be connected to other walkways, so I can do this. And now that I have this, I can see under the foundation, under the ramp to build a foundation. And now I can do this. Yeah, there we go. So this is a little bit. You do the best what you can with what you got. So no, I'm extending the walkway because I don't want to back myself down off of the ramp onto the ground. So let's just get this down to the ground. I don't know if I'm going to leave this walkway going this way, but this is pretty much fine, I think. Okay. What am I doing? There we go. Okay, now we have a ramp. And now our inventory, which is full of various things. I'm going to need to head back to the base, put away some of the less important stuff, and take care of some other business. Oh, I just realized I picked up all those pale berries while I was up on top of the arch. And also you can like look back and see the cool structure I built to get up on top of the arch. But like the pale berries that you pick up go into your inventory instead of into your equipment slots. So you have to like manually switch those over, which is a little silly, but whatever, that's how the game works. What do we got? Ah, we finished analyzing yellow power slug. Okay.
The crystals on this slug can be harvested and converted into 2 power shards that function with current fix-it technology. Several buildings would be capable of performing over 100% capacity if infused. The derived blueprint is now accessible in Hub Tier 2.
Thanks. Alright, we also have a purple power slug. So let's just research that. Alright, and do a bunch of garbage to drop off, so biological materials go in here. I'm carrying a portable miner. I guess I'll keep carrying that portable miner. Iron ore, do I need? Let's see here. What's what? I think actually I'm fine with everything that I'm carrying. And I just need to pick up more concrete and iron rods and iron plates. Oh wait, no. This is important. I need all of the reinforced iron plates. Although, can I just research logistics Mark III? What does this require? 50 engines, huh? That's gonna be a pain. Golly. I think I'm just gonna have to live with Mark II conveyor belts for a while. Although, let's see. So with my big walkway, my intention is to have trucks carrying steel products back over here. So let's say I want to also build a truck station. And let's carry the material for that over there. But other than that, I mostly just want to connect, like expand this walkway and also bring power over. So let's get the modular frames that I need. And let's see, I'm just if I'm going to be building power poles, I need a lot of cables. That's plenty of cables. So then I just mostly need iron rods and iron plates for making walkways, which are over here. Ah, good. So that's 1, 2, 3, 400 rods. Let's do this. Okay. Yeah. And then the rest can be concrete, I think. Not copper wire. Okay. Well, I'm kind of tempted to head over to where we're making the reinforced iron plates and like upgrade that factory with Mark II miners, but I think I should probably stay on task, which means heading back over here. I may at some point remodel this ramp so it goes in a different direction, but I think this is probably fine. Oh wait, I was going to bring over a power line. Let's see. I could replace this power line with something a little... Yeah, this is not ideal here. I'm going to dismantle this power line and also this one. There. So now, if we do this, and then I'm going to take this power pole over this way. Yeah, sure. Oh, and here's an interesting fact. So you can't build power poles on sloped foundations like this. Can't do it. Not allowed. So the way I get around this is by building them on foundations that stick out like this. So we just need to make a foundation kind of in between. Actually, I wonder if it's long enough. Let's find out if the power pole here can reach all the way up there. Might not be long enough. But if it's not, that's okay. Invalid aim location. Really? Wire is too long. Okay, that's fine. So I, in fact, do need to... This is a little bit tetchy. Okay. So I want to get a foundation roughly in between these two places, in between the ground and up on top. So... That's good. It might not be exactly in the middle, but it doesn't need to be. Okay, hopefully this will be sufficient. Yeah, this will be good. Okay. And now I can carry this power line back all the way over there. Which, way more power is being produced by those that's 400 megawatts. Because each coal generator is 100 megawatts. And, like, right now, my 12 biomass burners are making 240, so we definitely want to get the coal generation connected to the main factory. Alright, So, I do want to construct a walkway along this. So let's do that. Actually, let's have it be like this. It's an interesting choice that I've made, but I would like to have, you know, for aesthetic reasons, I'd like to have this walkway loop across. I don't think I'm allowed to do that. Yeah, like, the way that walkways connect to foundations doesn't allow me to do this. Oh wait, maybe it does. Oh well, I should quit fussing with it. Okay, just turn the corner and then... So please enjoy metal on metal as walkways get placed very rapidly. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, let's see, can I target that power line from here? Nope, okay. So I want to make this, wire is too long. Okay, so there you get the wire is too long error, but the boundary is right there, so that's fine. Might as well just go ahead and hotkeys the straight walkway here, since I'm obviously building a lot of it. And now we get to see if this works out in an acceptable way. So what I'm going to do here is, oh, this is going to be terrible, isn't it? Because walkways have an interesting property. I think I'm going to probably have to do this. I would like to keep this ramp in case I want to go back up there, for example, if I want to get that power slug. So if I put a straight here and then I put T-junction there, now this ramp won't be able to reach that. Will be like, anyway, everything's kind of terrible. But I think I can fix this. This will be ugly, but it won't be the end of the world. Right, okay, so now if I reclaim this, and then build a straight, and then turn a corner, okay. How ugly is this? Only a little bit ugly. Okay. Let's see if the power line is too long. If I can reach the power line, the maximum length here. There we go. Player's in the way. Alright. And now we get back to this. Charles has invented an onomatopoeia for the sound of walkways being placed. I would pronounce it as... Okay. Now whether or not the power line is too long, I kind of want one at the end, where the ramp starts. So like there. And now we build a big old ramp down. Now we have a slight situation here because I want to get the power line down the ramp. Actually, this might be short enough I might be able to just do it. Yes, okay, so back at the other end of the causeway here, the ramp up was high enough that I couldn't do this, but this saves me from having to like I would have to get line of sight on... I guess I could do it from over here, but it would be bad. Anyway, I'm rambling a little bit, but let's just continue this walkway this way. There. And can I connect these two power poles? Wire's too long. Okay, that's fair. What if I put it like here? There. Now our two power grids are connected and are one. And now we have power generation capacity of 400 wait, that doesn't seem right. I thought our power generation capacity would have been, I thought that, oh wait, something is amiss there. I'm not sure if so 440 megawatt capacity means 400 from there and 40 from what? This is alarming enough that I think I'm going to go investigate. Which allows us to make use of our new walkway. Because I think biomass burners are 20 megawatts each. Well, the game will tell us this. Yeah, 20 megawatts. Which, oh wait. Oh, coal generators are only 50 megawatts. I thought they were 100. Okay, that might actually be correct then, because we have 4 coal generators, which is 200 megawatts plus 240. Yeah, okay. Alright, I thought coal was 100, but they're not. That's not a problem. In any case, we have enough power now for a lot of things. Okay. So, I think we have time. We should have time to get basic coal smelting, or steel production going. But we need 5 encased steel beams, industrial beams. So, what do we need for that? To make some steel ingots. I'm probably going to run out of iron ore, but that's fine. I can get more of that. Okay. Now I can make a foundry. Alright, where will this foundry be? I think it will be... I'm going to put it over here. And then if I build more foundries, they will go in that direction. Like here. Okay, let's expand the foundations a bit. All right. How do you feel about this? This is actually going to be kind of close. I think I want it further out. Because there's going to be a bunch of splitters and stuff in front of it, so... So, more like... This is why it sometimes is beneficial to get up on a high spot to place things, because you just have a better vantage point. But I think this is fine, because I'm going to put it, like... Because, yeah, like, there. Okay. Alright. You are going to make steel ingot. This is kind of weird because it looks like there's a ladder here, but the ladder doesn't go up. But you can still get up on top of the foundry from out here. Okay. Okay, so the foundry has two input ports, and so we are going to have iron ore go in here. Actually, I'm going to have the coal one be closer for reasons that should be clear enough eventually. So this will be the coal input. I'm designing it this way so that I can have multiple foundries eventually. And then iron ore will be input there. It only uses 45 per minute of each of those, so the belts going directly into the foundry can be just basic conveyor belt. Okay. I'm thinking about whether I want to set up outputs. I probably should manage outputs. So let's queue up some constructors. Yeah. So the only thing you can use steel ingots for is making steel pipes and steel beams. So I'm going to go ahead and have the steel ingot feed directly into production of those things. Okay. The way I'm going to do that is stand up here. And then have a merger, conveyor merger, go here. And this will go there, and then it'll bend over, and then we'll have constructors over here. So this is going to be a little bit elaborate, but... So we want the constructor input to be like arranged like this. Let's actually have it be there. How do we like that? I think that should be enough space for what we need to be able to do. Doesn't mean I need to continue expanding the foundations. which I'm running a little low on concrete. Also running a little low on time. I need to get out of here in about 10 minutes. So maybe I will just get production of one thing going. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, so let's have these things making steel pipe. And so if we stand up here, we need splitter. Okay. I want this to be spaced out reasonably. Like, I could have it be there, but I think I'm going to have it be there instead. Then another one right there. Then steel pipe takes 15 ingots per minute, so it doesn't need a very fast feed. But the central one will be Mark II. Okay. And then we feed the feed this over to about here and then turn a corner. How ugly is that? Yeah, that's pretty ugly. This is where we manually build a conveyor pole. So we want it like here. Oh. It's probably still bending a little bit, isn't it? Yeah, a little bit. I'll fix that later. Okie dokie. Now we just need conveyor mergers here. And then build a storage box. Like there. I might redesign this in a little while, but that's fine. Okay, now we just need power. All right. Almost there. Okay, I think it's time to finally feed iron ore into the foundry. Oh, right, it's gonna be this one. That's fine. And then coal will be fed in there. Which means we have to go back up here, pull the coal line over here, and then that'll be pretty much the end of the stream. But this will be an excellent amount of progress we've made today. Okay, oh right, because we have this coal line, which... Blech. I might rebuild this at some point. Oh, the conveyor belt's either too long or too steep. That's kind of a hassle. How much? I also don't even have very much, what can I do about this? I don't have very much concrete with which to... So the conveyor belt's too steep if I go there, but what if I do this? It's still too steep. Yes. Well, drat. Okay. So in that case, what I need to do is, like... I can do it this way. Shouldn't be too steep now. There. Let's see here. Can I get it all the way over there? No, there's no way I can get it all the way over there. So let's build another conveyor pole, like here. Let's see if I can get this onto the foundation. Just barely. Okay. There. I did it. I need to leave in like 1 minute, but I can hang around long enough to watch the coal get delivered. Okay. I might not even be able to hang around long enough to watch the... oh, also, I haven't even connected this up. How fast is 30 per minute? Okay. There, now we have output. And we are finally making steel. Hooray. There it goes. Alright, well I really need to go now, so next time, more fun with steel. Thanks for joining.